Alright, so I'm gonna tell you necessarily what happened. So we were watching TV, okay? So if you don't know, around where I live, there's usually no tornadoes. I even logged it up after the time came around because before it I was like, you know what? Tornadoes don't happen around here, so we're not gonna get warnings or anything like that. I mean, yeah, we may see some maybe on the news one time. Maybe I don't remember, but maybe I stumbled across or forgotten that there was a tornado somewhere in the area. Okay, my grandma did say we had many tornado warnings last year, but not as much as this year. Um, we've already have at least probably broken the record since last year, so we've had a lot more this year. Now I don't know if it's because of the climate changing or if it's because of the Hurricane Derry or Harry or Garrel or Harold or whatever the frick the name is of the hurricane we're having, but they're not likely to happen around the area that I live in, so there's a very low likelihood due to all the mountains that are around the area that we live. Usually mountains take the most of it up and leave the other, just basically mountains really, I mean, a lot of people think mountains stop tornadoes fully, but it doesn't really stop tornadoes. It just stops the severity of them. So they might still happen, but just not as severe as before. So all these things that we've been having, like rain and all this, it's a common thing to have. Um, so we were just sitting down watching Reba. I'm a survivor. Okay, so you get the whole point. Watching Reba, if you don't know who Reba is, you're a weirdo! So we were just watching Reba, and while I was watching Reba, I got my family a snack that they asked me for, because they're older than me, and I want to help out. So I said, okay, because I always help them out when I can, and when I feel like. Sometimes I get angry and stuff, and anxiety, blah, 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 but after that, that's when stuff started to take a big turn. Because on the way to getting it, I got something up on my phone. Now, there's a thing, which like Amber Alerts for abductions and stuff like that. The Amber Alert came up on my phone. It's not an Amber Alert, but it was actually the sound of what an Amber Alert sounds like. So the Amber Alert's kind of like Amber Alert type sound came up on my phone. I looked at it thinking, okay, what's that buzzing noise? I turned around, looked at my phone, read it, says tornado warning, take shelter immediately. So what I did was the most reasonable thing I could do after it's been my first tornado warning. I fully saw it pop up on my phone. I gave it to my grandma and I said, Grandma, we're having a tornado. She looks at it. She's like, Mom, she said my mom's name, Heather. She looks at it and says, yep, we're up for a tornado warning. So my reasonable lazy ass decided to sit down and just have the worst panic attack of all. I couldn't even finish the ice cream cake we had for my mom last week for her birthday. This wasn't necessarily on her birthday, it was a few days after it. But we were just sitting down and I couldn't finish the ice cream. So what did I do? We saw that we were having a tornado warning and that a lot of areas were having it, that it was going to be expired in a couple minutes. But what did the son of a gun do? But turn the whole power off. That's right. The tornado turned the whole power off. Now, the craziest part about this was the tornado actually did happen. Couple hours away. Couple hours, like maybe an hour, like 50 minutes, like 45 minutes to a couple hours away from us. Somewhere from where we live, couple hours, 45 minutes from where we live, a tornado actually touched down. There was at least 3 or 4 tornadoes that had happened that night. That, of course, me and my family were not involved in, thank God. So we were inside a tornado warning. Okay, we were in a tornado warning for sure. Okay, we were in a tornado warning for sure. It happened, I know it, we saw it, my grandma saw it with her own eyes. The whole power went off. Then, we got the power back on, of course. That wasn't until late night when I woke up that the power was off. So, the power was off again, and they said it wouldn't be up until the next morning at 10 p.m. Of course, luckily, before you guys get, oh, wow, the power was on. The power came on 10 a.m. the next morning. And at that time, the stuff in the refrigerator was all gone. So, the next morning, the morning after the morning we woke up. So like on Friday, we got groceries again because of the family reunion we were having on Sunday yesterday. So yeah, we were just sitting there, we had the groceries and stuff, and then we woke up Saturday. That's when stuff started to go downhill again. Now, we were supposed to have a very good Thursday and a very good Friday, which we did. We had a perfect Thursday, a perfect Friday. My mom went on vacation, and she's still on vacation until next week on Monday. Thank the heavens. So you'll see a lot of her in these week's vlogs. So what happened was, we were just sitting down, enjoying our day. Then the storms came up. Okay, so we had storms Saturday. Everything seemed to be going pretty good in the morning. There was no showers, maybe a couple, but they weren't like terrible showers where there's thunderstorm warnings and all that type of shit. Then there came that big warning thing again. So it wasn't until midday, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I got this tornado watch issued for your area. So it didn't have that Amber Alert sound. Thank everybody. Thank you, God, for that. I hate that sound. So, the most reasonable thing I did was freak out and chill my mom. So, I'm definitely terrified of tornadoes, okay? I have had a lot of past trauma in my life that I don't need any more trauma to it. So, like I've said, everything was going great, okay? The sky was going, it was going great until then. And then after that, stuff started to go downhill. We had this pop up on my screen, okay? So here's what this is the first one. The first one I looked up for tornado watch. And then I looked at the severity. Now I looked at like severity of it, and it says extreme, extraordinary threat to life and property. So what is the most reasonable thing this kid did was to freak out when he saw that. I was thinking, darn, we're getting an EF4, EF5 tornado. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? Because it's like we got 2 tornado watches, 1 warning and 1 watch, 2 days apart. Wednesday we got one at night, out of the blues, and then Saturday, out of the blues. Well, not out of, we were to expect to have one. I mean, they did say tornadoes are a possibility, not an actual, yes, you're gonna have one. It was a possibility, not a full, yes, you're gonna have one, okay? I'm serious, not a full, you're gonna have one. I'm talking, just watch the area and see, and if there is, just take caution. So, what did I do? I freaked out. I had the worst panic attack again that night, and no wonder why I haven't gotten a lot of sleep. I have been worrying a lot. I've been worrying a lot. Damn. Holy freak. That explains it all. Oh. Guys, you don't understand. I haven't been getting sleep. I'm tired, guys. I'm sleepy. Everything like that. I don't make any sense with my words. That truck has gone up 10 times since this morning. That truck keeps going up and down that road 10 times. I don't know what the freak is going on, but I'm getting sick of it. But if you don't understand, past few nights since Wednesday, I have not gotten any sleep at all. I slept like the worst thing ever. I literally slept like a sleep apnea person. Can't sleep worth anything. Like, that's how I slept. I slept horrific last night, the night before, and all of that. I realized that was because after that, guys, I developed a sudden fear of tornadoes even more. So what I did was, on TikTok, when I've been on TikTok, I've been watching a lot of tornado videos to get myself prepared. Been watching the forecast at least 15 times in at least 15 minutes. Like, at least 15 times in a minute or two. I can't go at least 2 hours without checking the forecast. Today's been the first day where I'm like, okay, I don't have to worry that the storms aren't going to happen for a while. and so I didn't worry. But then, of course, there was those other times where I'm like extremely worried about it. Like yesterday, I was, because we were supposed to get storms. The other day, I looked at the forecast even after it was over, really panicky, and all of that. My family, has been trying to tell me that nothing is gonna happen. My family members at the family reunion said the same thing, that I just need to stop worrying because when God's ready for me, He's gonna take me no matter what. Excuse me, but personally, I cannot stop Adam and Eve from eating the apple. And I can, of course, not stop myself from dying. Okay, when it's my time, it's my time. I need to learn to deal with the fact that me, will not be here for the rest of the rest of the entire Earth's years of living, of being there for us, for us to live on. I personally struggle with learning how to deal with anxiety. What the fuck was that? Grandma, did you hear that?
You're gonna be a great dad. I second that. What? All right. Well,
See, this is the type of shit I'm talking about. This is the type of shit I'm talking about.
and I will have to sleep.
What are those noise?